Site? RadicalThinking.net makes it easy. We specialize in secure web portals that you'll be able to modify from any computer with internet access. Meeting all your website needs from hosting to design, RadicalThinking.net can provide a custom program just for you at a price that won't break the bank. Don't pay more for lower quality. Trust Radical Thinking with your website. Check us out on the web at www.radicalthinking.net or email us at info@radicalthinking.net with any questions.
And now, back to PTR Radio.
I made a little list of some of the things that you discussed. Bestiality, abortion, AIDS, Irishmen who drink, nuns, premature ejaculation, breastfeeding, and farts.
This is PTR Radio.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. It is the first show of 2016, which, Colin, have you screwed up writing that date yet?
No, I haven't had to write the date yet.
Yeah, me neither. Honestly, I don't have to write that date very often.
I never. I mean,
I don't do checks.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I don't write checks. I have no idea where my checkbook is.
yeah, so it makes it kind of easy not to have to do that when you don't write checks. But
Actually, over the holidays, my mom was having a very interesting conversation with her mother about the fact that she hasn't balanced her checkbook in years, and my grandmother just couldn't understand that.
yeah, that is one of those things where it's a generational thing, really.
Yes,
You know, we have online banking. We don't need those things. So, you know, and then there's people like Mike who have rough days, and we don't know the half of it.
Hate my life right now.
What's going on, Mike?
Oh, nothing. It just I had to do something to Firefox that apparently Hangouts didn't like. Pain in my ass. Anyway.
Yeah. So welcome. This is the first episode. It is the January 4th episode, which means officially right now, the death pool is going to go offline. The entry for the death pool is coming down. And the death pool page, as far as, you know, the page that everybody sees, as far as what the entries are, that one's going to go live. Mike, that's what we mean, right?
Yes. And you did see we got a last minute entry within the last hour, right?
We did get, yes, I think I saw that one.
So we have matched the number of participants we had last year.
Yes, I did see that one, and I was very happy to see that one come in because I was very much worried that we weren't going to make it and that it was going to be a horrible, horrible thing. And I was very upset and worried.
And I have a bunch of stats, which is the other reason why I guess I was a little late, because if I wasn't messing around trying to create new stats, I would have logged on to Hangouts sooner.
Oh, no, that's okay. I understand. I actually ended up staying a couple minutes late at work because of the last minute entry having to go get, pictures. So now I am doing the final piece to make the pictures or the pictures show up, and voila! As soon as I get done clicking some buttons, because I want to make sure everybody can see this. So now, if everybody goes to the same page where they did the entry forms, they will see all the pics in their wonderful gloriousness. And like Mike said, we had 50 listeners enter the contest.
That's good. I like that.
That is great. Is a little shy of the 75 that we wanted.
And, the other part that's kind of weird is we got a lot of new participants this year.
We did.
But we're at the same number, which means there's a lot of slackers who apparently were not happy and chose not to re-enter.
Yeah, in fact, let me do some quick looking here. Now, this isn't going to be an accurate number because some people maybe changed email address. But it's pretty close. Let me put it that way. Because what I was doing was I was sending emails to everyone that had ever played the game before. And game year does not equal 2016. Email address not in. And if I do this, Alan's looking over here going, that's really the slow way to do it. You could do that so much quicker. But we had 30 people on from what I'm seeing, 30 people not re-enroll that have played before.
Oh, well.
Now let's say that maybe half of those have gotten different email addresses. That's super, nice to that. But still, that would mean 15 people didn't enter.
Yeah. Is that the list I'm seeing on your screen? Is that the list of addresses that are not?
That did not, yes.
Well, I see a bunch of AOLs in there. Yahoo.
Yeah. So, I'm just saying. It definitely could have been a little bit broader. But we'll take the 50. I'm happy that we got the 50. And I had to do a lot of work because we did get a lot of new submissions as far as people that were picked for the death pool this year, Mike.
Well, I actually have that as a statistic.
You do?
We had, according to my calculations, 109 new picks.
Seems about right that I had to go get that many pictures.
Yeah. And some of them were just like I'm looking at most of them were one-time picks.
Yeah. Like Frankie Muniz.
Okay.
Who played Malcolm in the Middle, by the way, for those of you that aren't familiar with who he is.
Right. Now there were a handful of new picks that had multiples. I think the most surprising or the highest rank was Ian McKellen.
Yes.
Who made his first appearance this year on our charts and was picked 4 times.
And for those of you that don't know, he played Magneto. So
among many things.
Yes, among many things, but most recently known for Magneto.
Yes. I mean, ironically, he played Death at one point.
But I will tell you what, I think some people did some real research because there were some folks here that I don't know that I could only find black and white photos for them.
And I'll tell you something.
When they were well known.
I was very sad. I'm going to find out who it was.
But yeah, there was a lot of new picks.
I am pleasantly surprised that my picks turned out to be relatively unique, except for one.
Yeah,
I made it all the way to the 41st entry before my gangbusters pick that could have possibly won me this whole thing. And I don't mean to sound happy about this, but I did my research.
Yeah.
And I found someone who I had never heard their name before and said, this is going to be, this is it. And then 2 other people picked the name. And I was like, oh, you son of a.
Yeah, so if you're interested, you can now go to ptrradio.com/deathpool, and that will take you right to the 2016. That URL always takes you to the current year's choices. So Or you can just use the menu on the death pool. That way you can see all the current or all the old ones and the new ones too. But yeah, we had some really good picks. Mike, I'm sure you can go down for us the top 5 picks, or at least the top 3, the people that got picked the most often.
I can even tell you what their rank was. Now, mind you, there's a lot of ties as far as ranks. But in 2016, the top 5 picks, and actually there is no tie at the top 5. Number 1 this year, Miss Betty White.
Oh, Betty White moves up because I believe last year, I'm looking at this last year.
Last year, she was tied for 5th.
Yeah, because Kirk Douglas was first last year.
Kirk Douglas is tied for 2nd this year with Zsa Zsa Gabor, who
she played number 2 last year.
Yes, she did. George H.W. Bush.
He was number 4 last year. Are you saying that he moved up in the charts?
Well, yeah, no, he stayed at number 4.
Number 4 due to a tie. Okay.
And Jimmy Carter
wasn't even on the top 5 last year.
Nope.
Makes the top 5.
Last year he was picked twice. This year he was picked 6 times.
Well, there you go.
Kirk Douglas lost 2 followers, and Betty White gained 5, which is what bumped her up to the top.
Wow, there you go.
So I'll give you some other interesting stats here. The oldest pick is Lupita Tovar.
I had to look her up. I remember that. I remember that one. That one was.
And I have to tell you, I put Cortana to work. Because instead of typing out these names, I would just ask, when is Lupita Tovar's birthday? And then Cortana would be nice enough to show me a picture with the date.
Yes.
The youngest pick this year.
By the way, she was a star in the Spanish language version of Dracula, for those that are interested.
But
she also starred in the 1931 film Santa, and was the first Mexican film to feature sound.
I think just the fact that she at least has a Wikipedia page is what makes her, just cross the border of okay.
Well, at
least when I picked a really old person, she at least had won an Academy Award.
She was in East of Borneo, which is a well-regarded film. So
I'm not saying she's questionable at all. She has a Wikipedia page. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Wikipedia page that wasn't created in the last 24 to 48 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
The youngest pick this year is Mr. Justin Bieber.
Okay. See, now I thought it was going to be a problem when we had a pick called Baby Peggy. I'm like, wait a second. We're not wishing ill on infants, are we?
No, I had a funny feeling that was a stage name of some kind. I just didn't know what kind of stage.
Yeah.
But Cortana, ironically, was able to find me Baby Peggy.
Yeah.
So.
Luckily, it found it for me as well. A former child actress, author, and historian. Considered to be the last living film star of the silent era.
The percentage of unique picks has gone down this year.
A lot of people doubling up.
From 74.1% last year to 71.7%. The average times a person was picked went down also from 1.79 to 1.66.
See, folks, you can't get these kind of stats on any other radio show.
Last year, we had 2 contestants with all unique picks.
Yeah.
This year, we have 1.
1!
And ironically, it's the same person, one of the same people from last year who repeated all of her picks.
Oh.
And
hey, we didn't put anything in the rules about that, so it's okay.
And she has the third highest possible points ranking out of all players this year.
Okay, who is it?
That would be Aaron.
Okay.
The number of contestants with no unique picks went down from 7 to 6. So 6 people this year have all repeated picks. And they are...
Now, the one thing I will say while you're looking at that, the bonus points for referrals have not been reflected in the scoreboard yet. We were waiting until we close the show tonight to get those factored in. As soon as those get factored in, they'll show up on the board and you'll see who's the leader. I have a feeling I already know.
I know who the leader is because obviously I'm looking directly at the server here.
Yeah, and we only had one person who really took advantage of referrals.
Yes.
And he did a hell of a job.
Yes, jumped into a commanding lead at this point.
Yes.
Okay, so Cam's has no unique picks. Let's see. We're scrolling down here. Who is this? Carlos and Isabel have no unique picks. Broken Benji, also known as Oi the Drama, has no unique picks.
Yep.
Who is this? Bill has no unique picks. Spider Chicken has no unique picks. And Mrs. Marshall, or Amy Marshall, has no unique picks. Mrs. Marshall, one of the 2 people that picked my superstar, if you will,
of Joey Feek.
Yes.
Hilarious because since we're sorted alphabetically,
they're right on, and they were both the first pick.
Right.
Because while the entries are sorted alphabetically, the individuals that weren't, so they just happened to put them both in first. But
yes, and Bill, thank you,
yes,
who has no unique picks, is the other spoil sport to my parade. Now, we also have one other odd little fact here.
That 2 people tried to pick the leader of ISIS.
Well, yes. But that's not actually the fact that I was going to give.
Okay.
We thought they were dead and they weren't.
Yeah.
We do have somebody who is playing with only 4 picks.
Yeah.
And that would be Dan Bigger.
Well, don't we also have Bill because he never submitted a replacement?
No, Bill submitted a
for
replacement.
Al Bashar?
Yes.
Oh, he did? Okay, I didn't get that.
And that's Dan Big R.
Dan Big R. 4th pick was originally Patrick McNee.
Yeah.
Who? Okay, he actually died December, or he was already dead. I don't remember exactly when.
How did I not catch that?
But
damn it!
I notified him.
Yep.
And I never got a response. Therefore, according to the rules.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now
let me ask you this: while we're going through this,
well, wait a second. So
okay,
Bill, believe his replacement was Fidel Castro.
Okay, all right. I already got the picture. I don't have to do any more work other than update the database. All right, good.
I should have had you send me all these in advance.
Oh, okay. You know Dan Big R?
That's my uncle.
Okay.
He's the creator of the internet.
Oh, okay. But Mike, let me ask you this. Are there any questions about the pictures that were picked? Because in years past, there have been comments about the selection of pictures for the celebrities.
I have not looked at the pictures. I do know that someone who shall remain nameless at this point did ask that his picks, because his picks were all based on a theme, that his picks reflect that theme.
Right. Except for I already had, well, one guy is in a mask the whole time and isn't actually in the movie.
That's a very good pick.
And the other guy I already had. So I wasn't going to
Those are
change.
fine. That's close enough.
So, you know, but what about the other? Joey Feek doesn't have a whole lot of pictures, by the way.
No.
Um,
Well, I guess we should go ahead and just say our picks real quick.
yeah. So Mike, let's
not
go
gotten
through
a
yours
chance to-
first.
I have not gotten a chance to look at the pictures since they were just published.
Yeah.
Okay, so I chose Lamar Odom,
Yes.
aka Mr. X Khloe Kardashian, who someone else has also picked.
Also, Mr. Herbal Viagra.
Yes. Joey Feek. Ooh, goddamn Bill and Mrs. Marshall. Gordie Howe.
Yep.
Tom Brokaw.
Yep.
And Vivian Campbell, who was the bass player for Whitesnake.
Okay.
Or Def Leppard. I'm not sure.
Now I will go next. I chose Jimmy Carter, Valerie Harper, Martin Crowe, who is a cricket player, Clive James, and then Bhumidol Aladujua, who is the king of Thailand, the longest reigning monarch in the world.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I went with the theme again.
Okay.
Last year's theme is these people aren't going to die.
Yeah, last year's theme was I'm going to sandbag myself because I've won the last 2 years in a row.
Yes.
And this year's theme is I'm going to be a jerk and sandbag myself again, but I'm not going to give them the opportunity to say that I did it because some of them could die.
Have you seen James Earl Jones lately?
Only in Big Bang Theory.
He was in Agent X.
Okay.
He's not looking that good.
No.
So I went with the original cast of Star Wars. So I have Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Anthony Daniels, James Earl Jones.
Which I had to find a picture of Anthony Daniels holding C-3PO's head for anyone to know who the hell he is.
That is a very good pick. I like that.
No, that is good. That's a good call.
You know, so
And that's one of the main reasons I wanted some kind of themed picture
Martin
because I knew that no
Crowe,
one
wait
would
a
know who
second.
Anthony Daniels was.
All right, so now I got to look because now I'm starting. That's who I. Although, admittedly, I. Oh, okay, that's the guy. It's 9/22/62. Let me just make sure. 62. Okay, I picked the right one. For some reason, when I read it this time, I was thinking Martin Crowe. For some reason, I had the face of the guy, the Cobra Kai sensei in my head, and I don't know why. I can't even tell you what his name is right now.
no, Martin Crowe has already as a New Zealand cricket player, and and he has been he's battled cancer twice and won, and now he's been diagnosed with it a third time. So
Actually, be a good pick then.
It's Martin Cove is Crease. Okay, so I wasn't that far off.
No. So I think I doubled up on Harrison Ford. Yeah. Somebody else has that.
Yeah, to give you an idea, in 2014, Crowe announced that the lymphoma had returned and subsequently indicated that his chances of survival beyond 12 months were less than 5%.
Oh, I really should have picked that
guy. Bingo B also picked Harrison Ford.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then we have some picks. Like somebody messaged me, one of my friends that I got to enter, and I did not take any referral points for the folks that I egged on.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah, nor did I.
You know, new participant. Although I was tempted to once I saw somebody else pick Joey Feek, I was like, "Fuck, I'm taking a goddamn referral point." She said, "Is it bad that I didn't put somebody on the list because I don't want them to die?" And I said, "No, actually, there's one or two people that have picked the same couple of people in their picks for the last couple of years because they think that's keeping them alive.
Yeah, Betty White.
Well, I remember Rambo said that about Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
that he doesn't want Mel Brooks to die before Spaceballs 2 gets made, which to me, I think he needs to die before Spaceball 2 gets made because you don't fuck with Spaceballs.
You only if you're Mel Brooks are you allowed. That's the thing. I think
Yes.
I think it's actually a rule right now in Hollywood that there's so many things you're not allowed to do unless you're Mel Brooks. Make a funny movie about Hitler only if you're Mel Brooks.
Make a racist movie. Mel Brooks.
Make a racist movie in the Old West with his black sheriff only if you're Mel Brooks. With Richard Pryor helping you write.
Yeah. But yeah, there were just some picks.
I also get Ryan, who picks Jake the Snake Roberts. I had to put the snake in there, which fucked up my formatting a little bit because the longest name possible.
Yeah.
So let's see who other interesting.
Well, we had somebody pick Brie Olson, a porn star.
Brie Olson is a notable porn star.
Oh, wait a second. Isn't Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, the longest name you have?
No, because he's just in there as Prince Philip.
Okay.
Duke of Edinburgh, master of all he sees and surveys, is not. No. Brie Olson is notable because she is the porn star that is most recognized and most vocal since Charlie Sheen came out about being HIV positive.
Oh, yeah.
And she was on Stern getting all kinds of crazy about, and she's gotten a lot of death threats because people are saying she's the one that gave Charlie HIV.
Which she gets tested like every other month. So, but for those of you that entered Bruce Jenner, you will notice that it has been changed to Caitlyn Jenner. That was an executive decision by the staff.
Yes.
I just noticed we do have a mistake on one of these.
Okay.
The Gail C. Blair one still has Andy Williams on it.
Okay.
Which was a mistake.
Oh, that was a mistake? Okay. We'll have to fix that.
Let's see. Is that because wait. I gotta find it. My eyes are killing me here. Bill. Okay, I do not have Andy Williams. Oh,
Yes, because you probably corrected it and I didn't.
yes. Okay, that pick would have been Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Oh,
She meant Andy Dick, and for some reason she wrote Andy Williams.
okay.
Because she was listening to Christmas carols or something and heard it, and that's why I had this whole conversation. I thought Shaggy was copied on it. Anytime I had any correspondence about a dispute or a question, I tried to copy Shaggy on my reply, but they may not have copied him when they replied back to me.
Oh, and I just noticed I forgot to resize Melanie Griffith's picture.
Because she's very important.
Who knows who Susan Faye Laughlin is? Anyone know that person? Any host claim that person? Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Who the hell is Big Ange?
Big Ange.
That was the most disgusting images search I have ever done.
Big Ange is from Mob Wives.
Oh my God. If you want to if you're anorexic or bulimic and you need to purge, just do an image search for Big Ange.
It's Mob Wives.
Oh,
that's where she's from.
Horrible. I was doing that at work. And somebody looked over my shoulder and said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Dude, you got to find the YouTube clip of her. You got to hear her voice.
Oh, I don't know that I want to do that.
Oh no, it will make perfect sense. Trust me.
Oh, does it sound like Shamu? Let me see. I'll see if I can find it. But
I will find you.
it just sounds horrible.
I guess we should come up with a stat of who has the prettiest row of people and who has the ugliest row of people.
That should be.
That's an interesting stat.
That's an inch. Let's see here. How about the one from VH1? Will that one work, Mike?
What?
The big Ange from VH1.
Here, I'm showing. I just sent you. Oh yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was from VH1 when I thought it was somewhere else.
Go that they make me feel better. Some people go to church.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
Psychics.
Oh,
So what's that?
This is white sage. I use this around everybody who comes in,
Oh,
takes
I
anything
realize.
bad, not that there's anything bad around you. Now,
It's just
It's
you.
been a rocky year. AJ in and out of Rikers. My cousin Ronnie getting 38 years. All the girls
Oh.
at each other's throats. Thank
did she have her larynx surgically removed?
No, she has throat cancer.
Oh, so maybe she should have it removed. She might sound better.
I think she did,
Oh, that is horrible.
but I think it's back.
Oh, that's man.
So
And talk about somebody in need of a reduction.
So, mob wives, that mean that her husband is.
He's in the family.
I'm sorry, I can't think of something. I was trying to think of a mobster name for Howard the Duck, and I just couldn't get there.
that's her father. He
Her
inherited
dad's
his
name is
lips.
Chewy Lips. Yeah.
When she dies, they're gonna take her boobs and put them on a rotisserie.
Make a nice pastrami.
They'll be able to feed half of Hell's Kitchen with her.
So that's
The homeless shelters are lining up so they get dibs.
so that's pretty much the death pool.
Oscar Mayer's already laid claim to her lips. They'll be able to make hot dogs for years.
But there was some problems in advertising the death pool this year.
Yes, and in the meantime, before the problems came up,
Yeah.
all right, the first problem. At one point, I was like, "Yay, Shaggy, good idea," and then I was like, "Shaggy, I'm going to kill you," because the entries came in like crazy.
Yeah.
To the point where I had to research what other kind of pain medication I could take because I was getting such a headache from looking at this sheet and listening to Cortana and what happened. So tell them what you did.
Okay.
Which was a stroke of genius, other than the fact that you did it on a week when everyone was home and able to see this.
Okay. So I had this idea. Now, everybody knows what Reddit is, right? It's a place where you can go, you can post links, post pictures, whatever. People subscribe to a bunch of different subreddits. And I thought, you know what? I've put some stuff up there and I've gotten good feedback. And, you know, I think that would be a place where folks might be interested in this. And it's free. It's great. It's a good place. Now, which subreddit would this topic belong? Death pool, huh? Well, the WTF forum has pictures of people getting decapitated and arms getting amputated off, people shoving, cones up their whatnots. I think this is just the morbid group that I'm looking for. So I put up a post going, hey, New Year's around the corner. Let us know the 5 celebrities you think will kick the bucket. Morbid minds apply within. Okay. Now, before I put that up there, I read through the rules of WTF for posting, which is one of the things I always do before I post in a subreddit. Okay. So the rules for posting are no screenshots, no personal information, no rage-worthy posts, no political posts. NSFW posts must be tagged. No superimposed text. No comics or anime. no begging for upvotes, no links to Reddit, no gore, porn is not WTF, racism and hate speech not allowed, novelty accounts and bots are not allowed. Now, I didn't hit any of those flags. So I thought, all right, cool. I should be able to post this here. All right. So I put up my post. And it was kind of neat because I put the post up and then I bring up Google Analytics and look at the real-time stats for our website. And I see it steadily trend up that people are hitting the page. In fact, we end up getting 178 hits within an hour from Reddit. And we end up with, Mike, how many entries? I mean, because obviously you're going to get a lot more hits to look at it than you are entries.
Probably about a dozen.
Yeah. You know, and they start to come in and I'm thinking, oh, cool. I had somebody even comment on the post going, I'm not sure that this is WTF. It's, you know, end of year. They're very, death pools are very common. My, reply was, I just figured it belonged here more so than anywhere else. If it's not your thing, no big deal. And then I put a tag in there that said, mods, if you feel this is out of place, please feel free to remove. All right. I thought I was being very cordial about the whole thing because, I don't want to piss anybody off.
Uh-huh.
Then I get a message, like I said, about an hour after the post went out. It says, you have been banned from posting from WTF. Your post has been deleted. Now I'm thinking WTF. All right. What the heck? So I write back and it says, if you have a question about this, please reply to this message. All right. The fact that it got taken down, no big deal, but I want to know what I did wrong. I don't like being accused of something or being told no, and then they're not going to tell me why.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote that, but again, I'm trying to be civil about the whole thing. I write, I'm not trying to be argumentative here, but can you explain to me why I was instantly banned? This is the first time I've posted to the subreddit, and I don't think I violated any of the posting rules. If I did, I apologize and will gladly delete the offending post and not post such articles in the future. I just would like clarification on what I violated so I can avoid it in the future. Thanks. Now, Mike, does that sound argumentative to you or, confrontational?
No, not at all.
A day goes by, a full day, and I don't have a reply yet. Now, they knocked the post down in an hour, but they can't reply to tell me why they did it in a day. So then I send a follow-up. And I said, I never did get a response to the message below. Again, not trying to be difficult, but I just want to make sure I don't violate the rules again. And knowing what rule I broke would greatly help. Thanks. Again, I'm just trying to be nice here. He comes back with, I finally get a response back, right? Yep. Says, you are a spammer, so your content is not welcome here. That's all I get back. So, of course, my response, thanks for that delightful message. And again, sorry if it came off that way. A simple, polite message stating that you thought it was spam would have gotten me to take it down. Obviously, tact and common sense don't exist in WTF modland, and I won't be frequenting your subreddit again any longer. And then I sent a email to the mods or to the to the reddit.com forum, which is where you should go and complain. And I said, and here's what I put, because Mike, do you think my response to that was over the top?
No, I mean, I probably wouldn't have even responded at that point because I got images of a pimple-faced kid on a power trip.
Yeah. So here's my tactful businessman response. The follow to Reddit themselves. The following exchange took place over the last 2 days after a post I put up in the WTF subreddit. I had previously read the rules of the subreddit and didn't see any items about linking to external content. Granted, the post did ask people who they thought would die in 2016 and took them to a free contest entry page, which you have several show-specific subreddits regarding. Because I checked. They do. They have a Doug Stanhope, and they have another show that have subreddits about death pools. After further review, I see how it could have possibly been construed as spam. However, it was not intended that way. Several people showed an interest by entering, and I had a discussion on the Reddit thread with a few as well about the WTF factor of the post. It wasn't a fruitless post, nor was any accidental spamming meant as malicious or intentional. I merely thought I was providing light content for the group. I even commented within the thread that if the mods had any problem, to please feel free to delete the post. Regardless of if it was viewed as spam or not, I think a policy of one strike and you're out is ridiculous, and I fully intend on spotlighting this event during my next broadcast. The action was taken by your mod within an hour of the post going up, but feedback asking why the action was taken took a day to get after a second request. It was very short and terse to say the least. I now understand the firsthand sentiments of other Redditors when they say the mods are out of control. Hopefully you will see that in my replies I was trying to not only be understanding, but also extremely accommodating.
Okay.
So that was what I wrote them. Of course, I haven't gotten anything back.
No, there's nothing to reply to
I
from
won't-
their standpoint.
No, I won't. No.
I mean, they don't control WTF.
No, and they obviously don't care.
No, but that's what Reddit is. A person starts WTF, that's theirs.
Well, I know, but in this case, this isn't an admin of WTF. This is just a mod.
Right.
So
But that's what there are only mods.
well, I'm just looking at it this way. I'm not the only person that's complaining about this type
I know.
of behavior.
Reddit is blowing up huge with lots of idiotic behavior.
So
I'm just saying, from the company standpoint, complaining to Reddit is like complaining to your whoever hosts our servers.
mhm.
It's like complaining to them. Somebody complaining to them about us.
Well, it made me feel better. Let me put it that way.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't tell somebody not to do it.
No. I would definitely no. I'm just saying I wouldn't expect a reply.
No. But so anyway, that
But
was
the message itself was definitely a good idea.
And like I said, I tried to be articulate and thoughtful in what I wrote back to them.
Yeah, but that's Reddit.
Yeah.
There is no articulate, thoughtful.
I know, that's the problem. I probably wrote this too highbrow. I should have wrote, "You poopy head, you hurt my feelings," in crayon or maybe Comic Sans font. And then maybe they would have got it.
Make sure you put something at the top that there's a trigger warning, spam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we did get some good hits off of that, and I'm glad that we did. And hopefully those people will stick around for the next year as well, and they'll follow the show. In addition, another way that we are spreading the word about the show, not only through Reddit, because there are some podcast subreddits that I can advertise in the show, which we will be submitting for podcast of the day for that.
Cool.
And I already submitted us for the Reddit podcast directory.
Okay.
But beyond that, the Google Play Store is going to start listing podcasts. And they don't have a very large catalog right now because their way of advertising to get people to submit sucks.
Their way of advertising is, "Hey, we're Google. Come on.
We're Google, come to us." We shouldn't have to ask.
Come on. Right here. Bring it in.
Everybody bring it in. So, and they're doing a personal review for every submission, which I think is weird.
I want that job.
No, you don't.
No, I do. If I could get if I got paid to review podcasts, I want that job.
So our podcast will be listed on the Google Play Store. We just got told this morning. It's going to be available on the Google Play Store. We'll have an official thing on the website when it's available, how you can go subscribe through Google Play.
Nifty.
So, and I have new ways that will be going on the website shortly for you to be able to subscribe using both iTunes and Android devices.
All right. So
So,
hold on a second.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me that we spent all of this time discussing the 2016 pool.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I see where you're going.
We didn't announce the winner.
I figured it was a foregone conclusion, given how long he's been leading the pack.
But
that
no,
everybody knew.
Congratulations to Captain Kraken
That's right.
for pulling out the win by being the only person this year that had multiple hits.
Not only that, but if you look at him, since he was only allowed 4 picks, he had a 50% hit ratio.
Yes. And by him getting 2 picks, they were both older, but the bonus points is what really put him over the top. Because he only won by about
5.9.
a little less, a little less than 6 points. No. Yeah, a little less than 6 points. And he got 12 bonus points to Hilson's 8.
Yep. And Hilson had first strike.
Yep.
So
congratulations to Captain Kraken. Now, with that said, Captain Kraken apparently has taken his title and ran
because he didn't
because he didn't enter this year. Nor did Hilson. Hilson, the agony of defeat was too much.
Well, that means that there is room for someone new. Someone new can take the top spot.
Let's see.
We will not have a dynasty other than Collins.
So we might have dynasty for 3rd place because Dave the Glacier did re-enter.
Yes, Dave the Glacier did. Mike the Ape Man did.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Everyone who had Sam Simon.
Mike from Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks re-entered.
Yeah. Rambo entered again, but he was way last. Or he wasn't last. He was second to last.
I believe Eric the Chia Pet re-entered. He is now Eric C.
Mm-hmm.
I should change his name to match what he was last year, just so we know. But no, we have a decent amount of re-entries. Basically, the people that we hound to.
We irritate the crap out of them.
But the people that didn't re-enter. Now, the one thing with the referral, right? I'm not going to talk about who's in the lead right now, but we did have one person that did get 4 referral points right off the bat.
Yeah.
And that person is the leader. That could be a deciding factor.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt it could be.
But Mike, congratulations for being the winner of the hosts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have my host title to defend. And
Right.
And
now see, if you win this year, then you're tied with Colin.
Well, looking at the picks, guys, I have to be honest. I feel pretty good that I'm gonna keep my host title. Look at me.
I don't know. Shaggy has that wild card of the oldest
reigning monarch.
Oldest reigning monarch.
You know what? But that's only worth 37 points.
And I have the cricket player who was given less than 12 months to live. Back in 2014.
What? 3% to live?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's any day now.
All right. And listen, Valerie Harper had brain cancer and everybody had her written off 2 years ago.
I know. So did Jimmy Carter, but now evidently he's cured through magical healing.
That's the thing. Every time Valerie Harper joins something, she leaves after a couple of years after she gets bored.
So
Like she had Valerie's family.
Yeah.
And she got bored. She left. So she had brain cancer. She got bored of it, so she left.
Mike, you and I can both safely say this. We think we have a better chance than Colin.
Yes.
Well, so I'm pretty sure Harrison Ford would have been a great pick last year after he tried to kill himself twice.
Oh, and Carrie Fisher would have been a great pick 2 years ago.
But
because she had pretty much pickled herself then. She's since recovered a little bit, and now she's even telling people to eat her ass when they ask about the shape that she's in.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
So we didn't talk about this on the air yet, did we, Colin? We didn't talk about this guy here.
No.
Okay.
We
talked about those.
No, hold on.
What?
Talking about what? The thing that's making me look like you guys to me. It's doing exactly what I thought it would do.
No, I don't even have it plugged in.
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
It can't be doing anything.
Okay, well, you still look like a bad kung fu movie.
I don't know why.
Because there's about a half a second delay between your lips and the vocals.
Oh, okay.
No, the only new thing that I know of is I have a new microphone.
Yeah.
I have noticed that you both have these big blue things now.
Yeah. Colin benefits from my Christmas list. I wanted matching microphones for us so that it was easier. So we both now have good microphones.
Yes. That's a very good thing.
So no, it's not in place yet, and it will only actually go in place if we get an audio only station, which we're working on. But we will have a fully functioning 10-second delay, or otherwise known as a dump button.
Nothing good is going to come from this.
What do you mean nothing good?
I'm just looking at going, why is it so huge?
Oh, because it was made in like 82. Oh, it's old,
that's a
man.
Great idea.
This is literally left over from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, it is ancient. In fact, they don't even have the manuals anymore for this thing. I was trying to figure out the pinout just for the remote for this. I can't even find it.
Let me tell you something.
But it's really cool when it works. Because I had it set up for testing.
Oh, okay. So you did actually.
I have tested it. It does work fine. It's really nifty because on the setting I have it set on now, when it builds the delay, you're talking very slow, so that it can build up the delay, and then once it builds up the 10 seconds, then you're back to normal, and then when you hit the button, it says you're back to slow again, unless I turn it here, and then it just grabs the pauses in between words. But it takes forever to build up the delay, so there you go. It's cool, Mike.
Oh my god!
So if we go on the FM if we go on to the station that Dune's on, which is audio only, then we'll be able to do a clean broadcast there. When you say something bad, Mike, then I'll be able to hit the button and it won't go out to their air.
Okay.
So
I think we should just leave it at the setting where it uses the pauses between words.
Yeah, probably.
Because we have lots of pauses between our words.
Yeah, normally. Well, and I doubt that we'll actually have to dump all that much. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking intently at me? Yes, I have been known to drop F-bombs now and then.
But
however, as long as I stay calm, I can control that. I was not the one that lost the bet on that other show when we tried to do the curse-free show.
Yeah.
I was not the one who screwed it up.
No. It's easy to do a curse-free show.
It is.
Yeah, just lots of dadgums.
Dag nabbits, always good.
All I have to do is put up a sign and convince myself you're getting paid. If I pretend that I'm getting paid,
then it's a little easier.
Yeah. or put up a sign. Curse equals bean.
Oh no, that would be horrible. We don't want that.
Beans must be pretty bad by now.
Oh, they've got to be really hard.
I think. Do these things go rancid?
I don't think so. I don't think they go rancid. I don't know that we want to try, but I don't think that they go rancid.
You might be able to use them as ammo in a shotgun, though.
I don't know. But I think we're going to take a break here in a little bit. And when we come back, we do have a food-related story to talk about.
Yes, and we have to go through our favorite Christmas gifts.
Yes, we do. And our biggest letdowns from Christmas. Because I have one of those. I don't know if you guys have any of those. I have one of those.
Okay.
So
that'll be after the break.
That'll be after the break. So Mike, anything else you want to preview for the next hour?
Well, I did get a package that we talked about on the show a while back that I forgot to open with you guys.
Oh,
my major award for being the Facebook friend of the day.
Oh. Yeah, we got to have that.
So
yeah, we will have to see that as well. So, all right, everybody, this is PTR Radio, and we will be back as soon as I can actually click this stupid frickin' file and drag it. We'll be back in just a second. Everybody stay tuned.
Success is all about what you drive. I couldn't wait to drive one of these babies, so I quit high school and went right to it. Hey, Mama.
Hey, yourself.
You like fast cars?
I really like this one.
You do?
Yeah, since it's mine.
Huh?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Right, yeah, you might wanna get
I
out of
was
there,
just
yeah.
bringing it around for you.
Dropouts make 42% less money than graduates. Got questions? Get answers at
Need a website?
operationgraduation.com.
RadicalThinking.net makes it easy. We specialize in secure web portals that you'll be able to modify from any computer with internet access. Meeting all your website needs from hosting to design, RadicalThinking.net can provide a custom program just for you at a price that won't break the bank. Don't pay more for lower quality. Trust Radical Thinking with your website. Check us out on the web at www.radicalthinking.net or email us at info@radicalthinking.net with any
Your
questions.
kids can study American history in the classroom, but you can show them history face to face. Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman. At Valley Forge, the American Revolution springs to life. At Gettysburg, you can walk an actual Civil War battlefield. For help in planning a parks trip, go to www.eparks.org, a free service of the National Parks Conservation Association. Or call 1-800-NAT-PARK for a free parks map. American heritage is in our national parks. I'll see you there.
Oh, yeah.
Wine glasses, personalized. Wooden signs that'll make your eyes bug out of your head, cause they so cool. Making people say, where'd you get that, fool? Butterstown.com. Butterstown.com. The country poor at Butterstown.com. Tell them Butterstown.com.
Now, back to PTR Radio.
spectacular group of men. You go find them, you throw your arms around them, you give them a big kiss on the mouth.
This is PTR Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Hour number 2 of the show. Again, this is January 4th, 2016. Welcome to the new year, everybody. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, we completely forgot to tell you during the first hour, 877-787-8822 is the number. Feel free to call that 24/7. We'll take your voicemails if we're not on the air, or you can always tweet at us at PTR Radio. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. All the information can be found at ptrradio.com. Mike, I cover everything there?
Yes, you did.
Before we get into a study that the military wants you to get involved with, I want to tell you that we are brought to you by the internet, which today Colin was nice enough to bring to the studio.
Yeah, here's the internet.
Yep.
Now, it was entrusted to me through my uncle. It has been demagnetized by Stephen Hawking himself. So straight from Big Ben, it's the internet.
Yes.
Now, this is very useful to have the internet because it actually has a dump button, kind of like Shaggy's new audio thing. So there's this button here, which if I push, you'll get the alarm. But we have enough delay built up that we should be okay.
Yeah.
So just that little blip, we just blipped the internet.
Yeah.
That's really useful on eBay. Because you know how when you buy stuff on eBay, sometimes people snipe you at the last minute?
Yeah.
So what you do is you wait until there's like 15 seconds left on the auction. And then you hold the dump button down. And the internet's down. And you win the auction.
Well, you know when people call you and say the internet is down. That's just
the
you.
light is blinking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if the internet's down,
You're bidding on something.
Yeah.
Or it fell.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the internet up here on the printer so people can see the light blinking and see the internet's up.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Mike, you're familiar with the internet, right?
Yes. It's a series of tubes.
Well, in this case, the internet is wireless.
That's off screen.
Okay. Well, here, we'll fix it. We will yes.
We'll figure it out for the next show. It should go on the treadmill.
Yeah, well, maybe. By the way, do you see the nice treadmill setup I have now?
Yes, you have the mystery machine to inspire you.
Yeah, well, yeah, to make you go faster. But I have a nice rotating television.
Well, I can't see that either. That's off screen too.
What do you mean you can't see that? It's right there on the picture. I can see it.
It's not on mine.
I don't know. Maybe because your screen's too small.
But fucking 27-inch screen. Okay, now all right. Now that I went full screen. Okay, no, sit down.
All right, there you go. So
now that I made my browser window full screen, now I see the TV and now I see the internet. So all is well.
Yeah,
I see the risers better for your bobbleheads. I do not see the Weeping Angel.
It's there. It's more towards the wall, so you can't see it. That much is off screen. It's there. But yes, so I have that TV with a Roku on it and a Raspberry Pi. So the Roku is obviously for watching things. The Raspberry Pi I'm actually going to configure so that I can turn the treadmill into a walking desk. So, that way I can browse the web while I'm walking on the treadmill. And before you ask, yes, I have actually walked on the treadmill already.
Okay.
It wasn't just a piece of furniture.
I am not going to be walking on treadmills.
No. You will eventually.
Well, I know. Well, maybe sooner than it all depends on what my physical therapist wants me to do.
Yeah. Now you are, again, we're going to go off on a little bit of a tangent here, but you are going to be going through some things next week or this week still.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
I have my knee surgery. I finally found out I have to be at the place at 1:00, which means I'm staying up till midnight and I'm sleeping till 11. Because I cannot eat or drink after midnight. Now, at first when she said 1:00, I was like, oh, okay, well, I could save a half a day and I'll work in the morning. No, because me working without coffee that's just a recipe for disaster. And guaranteed there will be some kind of violation of some kind of HR code as a result. So I'm taking the whole day.
Now, I notice you already have your crutches in the background. Are you
I
preparing?
do have my crutches. Yes, I need, because I'm going to be on crutches for at least the first 24 to 48 hours. They said it could be up to a week that I'm going to need crutches to get around. Not so much as not putting any pressure on my foot, but more as like support. Stabilizers are to just relieve take some of the weight off of my leg.
Now, I also see a broken fluorescent lamp in the background. Did you go all Hulk because you haven't been able to have any painkillers?
No, no, that was supposed to go in the garbage a while ago, because I have, you'll notice that it kind of looks like an old go-kart, how it's got the T-bar.
Yeah.
Up top. Okay. Above me is where that light used to live. And I got tired of buying bulbs for it. And the T-bar was to span, because I got a drop ceiling above me.
Yeah.
Instead of the tiles, I have the clear lenses, and that was just to span 2 of the rafters so that I can mount the light optimally. That has since been replaced with an LED shop light, which I just hung from a rafter, and it's not centered, but that's fine because it's it's hanging lower now. So I don't care that it's not centered. But yeah, I got tired of buying the bulbs, and for the price to buy new bulbs, I said, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to buy a whole new lamp. And then ideally, eventually, when this one dies, that will get replaced with the LED, because the one I put up there is actually linkable. So that will get replaced. And then I'm going to rearrange above my head, so I will have a light here as well, because I can link up to 9 of them.
Ooh.
So this room will suddenly be very bright at some point.
We will see the light of Jesus on you as we do a radio show, is what you're saying?
Yes, at some point. So
All
yes,
right.
I have my crutches over there with the extra pillows that I picked up. I have the ice pack wrap that is about as big as my entire leg, so I can ice it. Ironically, somebody else that volunteers at the shelter had a similar surgery on the 30th. Except instead of 1 torn meniscus, she had 2 tears and a Baker's cyst removed. So
okay.
I inherited stuff like the wedge to keep my leg elevated and what have you. So yeah, I'm going to be somewhat out of commission for a little while. But yeah, I'm staying up until midnight. I'm going to eat a
Now,
lot.
are you at all worried about an earthquake hitting while you're on the operating table?
No, because we get 1 a year, and we've already had ours in Jersey.
Okay, because it could be like India's. Just saying. Could happen.
If we have an earthquake like India's here in Jersey, just take me, God. Because just take me. Get it over with. The end will be near. Kim can enjoy my insurance money and be happy for a little while before the end.
Okay. So, Colin, if I say hot, hot, very hot, what does that bring to mind?
Oh, can I guess?
Yes, go ahead.
The first time that he heated up an MRE and didn't have the proper rock.
That's it.
Yeah.
I thought it was familiar.
The U.S. Army wants to learn how military rations affect gut health.
Well, don't ask us, because I'm done.
Digestive health is getting a spotlight these days, with new findings consistently being released on the importance of bacteria in our guts and how bacteria impacts other bodily functions and organs, including our brains. Now, the U.S. Army is investigating how MREs, or meals ready to eat, affect gut health and are recruiting volunteers for a 21-day study. You have to eat 21 days of MREs.
How much you get paid?
Well, you will be compensated $200.
Do they supply the food?
Yes.
I'm in.
Now, wait a second, because during the study period, participants will have to give blood, still in.
Yep.
Urine, still in.
Yep.
And fecal samples.
I'm out.
Yeah. See, I was in until then as well. I'm like, all right, needle? Yep. Cup? Yes. Baggie? Sorry, I'm gone.
So, unless there has to be a special outhouse.
I don't take fecal samples to the vets from my dogs. All right. They go, oh, did you bring in a sample? No, I didn't. I guess you're gonna have to get it another way. I didn't.
No, I just, unless they got some kind of special government contraption, I'm out.
MREs are meant to provide 1,250 calories on average, as well as 1/3 of the military's recommended daily allowance of vitamins and minerals. We want to benefit the warfighter in as many nutritionally and psychological ways as possible. We hope that the ideas offered in this book help entice soldiers to eat the foods needed to sustain health and energy in the field, ultimately benefiting them as they carry out their missions. So that is just, no, that's a study I don't want to be a part of.
I was in until the fecal, to be completely honest.
Me too. It wasn't going to sound too bad. It sounded like my lunches for work were taken care of.
I'll tell you what. Just give me 150 and we'll
skip the fecal samples.
How's that? 150 and all the MREs.
Yeah.
We'll skip the fecals. How's that?
But now, Colin, we both agree that the food wasn't horrible. And do you think after the third or fourth day, you'd get pretty good at it? Because by the second one, we weren't bad. We were a lot better than the first one.
Yeah. It at least was lukewarm.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
if I knew ahead of time that I was going to be doing this, I would have like a setup to make it easy. It may not be
a rock, a proper rock.
Yes, a proper rock, perhaps with a pot to stand it up in. A binder clip.
Yes, binder clips we found are useful. They should really include those on standard, in standard fares. So I saw that and I thought, oh man, that's right up our alley. Until we got to the fecal matter. Now, speaking of fecal matter, very soon this town will have a Chick-fil-A, a freestanding Chick-fil-A. Right, Colin?
Yeah.
And everyone in town is flipping out because they're looking forward to a Chick-fil-A.
Well, yeah, half the town is for wanting to eat there, and the other half wants to have a demonstration outside of it.
Yes.
Why? Because they got rid of the coleslaw before they came there?
Yeah, that's it, Mike. Yeah, they're anti-coleslaw. So, or they're pro-coleslaw. That's the problem. So,
you can't come here without cabbage. You can't come here without cabbage. Fuck your superfood. Ah, see. Dump.
Mayo rules all. Let mayo reign. Yeah. No.
We don't care about your superfood. We don't care about your superfood side.
New York City's first towering Chick-fil-A has hit a stumbling block in its plans for domination.
Stumbling block in its pants?
Yeah.
What?
Christmas Eve inspection by the Department of Health uncovered a host of critical violations, resulting in 59 violation points and the closure of the restaurant. They said they would be reopened to January 4th. No update here saying whether that's been actually happened or not. Critical violations include food held at improper temperatures, food not cooled by approved methods, filth flies, didn't know that was such a thing, food not protected from possible contamination, and soiled wiping cloths were also cited. A previous ungraded inspection earlier in the month returned with 39 violation points, indicating things got worse, not better, between the two inspections. Yeah, that's going downhill. So, meanwhile, you got people on Twitter going, why? Why did you close Chick-fil-A? I don't know, because they were promoting salmonella. I mean, that could be why.
Chick-fil-A is the one fast food joint I cannot get excited about.
No, me neither.
It just ruins me. I mean, I can eat a Crave case from White Castle with just 30 burgers by myself. And by the way, may do that tomorrow after my surgery. But Chick-fil-A, I eat that and dunzo. And I think it's because, now they may have changed their recipe because it's been years since I've had it, but they used to have a lot of MSG in their chicken.
Oh.
And that just destroyed me. Or in the batter that they fry their chicken. It just destroyed me. So I don't know if they still have it. They probably don't, considering that they're getting rid of coleslaw for their new superfood side, which I don't know, is going to be quinoa or some crap.
Well, according to a 2014 article, they removed dyes and corn syrup, but they didn't have any indication about removing MSG.
Yeah.
So, that's always good. I like my chicken with a little MSG.
As far as fast food goes and MSG, the king of MSG, of course, is Little Caesars.
Is that why they're so good?
Yes, that's why, and that's why you can eat the entire Little Caesars pizza and be hungry.
Is it in their deep dish too? Because I like their deep dish.
It's their sauce is full of MSG.
Okay.
The sausage is full of MSG. I think the crust is full of MSG. It's just MSG shaped into
with
the
pepperoni
form of a pizza.
Oh, all right. So let's get to Christmas. All right. Because we didn't, for those of you that weren't paying attention, we didn't get a chance to do a New Year's show this year. So this is our Christmas wrap-up section as well. The reason why we didn't get to do a New Year's Eve show is because all of us in Springfield, at least, were busy building an ark.
Yes.
All right.
Noah came to town.
It was 40 days and 40 nights of nothing but water. And that's almost no word of a lie. We had so much rain. I mean, it was like 4 days of nothing but rain after it had already rained heavy the previous week.
Yeah.
And nothing could hold any more water.
Yeah.
In fact, people sandbagged houses and water treatment plants, and the river crested at like 30 inches over.
We were lucky here. I mean, down over in Missouri, the interstates were covered with water. That's how high
we just had small rural highways covered.
Right.
Where they shut them down.
Yeah, we didn't have entire interstates.
Yeah. But that's how bad it was. My backyard was a lake, and it decided that my sump pump should stop working.
Yeah, that's never good.
So sump pump not working, water nowhere else to go, so it decided to come into the studio to hang out.
I forget what I was doing that night, but we were messaging back and forth that day, and yes, the show was on, blah, blah, blah. And I was in the garage doing something, and Kim was like, Shaggy called, but I couldn't get there in time. And I was like, okay, wait, actually called? Was it narwhals, or was it like doom 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 doom? She goes, no, it was narwhals. I said, oh shit. This is never a good sign.
I had sent an email out earlier to make sure we were going to have a show, because I just had something in the back of my brain going, that's a lot of water out here.
Yeah.
Are we really? We're in the basement. I don't have a finished basement, so I don't worry about these things myself.
Well, and I normally don't either, because normally it just, everything's fine. As long as the sump pump works, usually there's maybe a little bit of water over by the fireplace, and that's it. But when the sump pump doesn't work, it doesn't have anywhere else to go. And so, yeah, it came about halfway into the studio. The floor would squish when you walked on it because it was just a giant sponge. I didn't have standing water. I had squishing water. All right. I had standing water out in the main living room.
Now, and were you able to dry your carpet?
I think so. I think it doesn't smell musty in here. I think I got away with that because I really didn't want to empty this room out.
Now, you don't have enough cushioning in here for it to be a big problem.
No, there's only about a 1/4 inch of padding under this carpet, and it is attached to the carpet.
Yeah.
This is the cheapest carpet you can buy.
Yeah, this is basement carpet. It's meant to take this. So it's okay.
Yeah, see, because when my water heater broke, I ripped up the carpet because this was not basement carpet in this room. The only fucking room in the house with there, I owe another $1. The only room in the house that has carpet, and it wasn't even basement carpet, and the pad was just
See, originally this room had regular carpet in it, but it was stained to all hell when I first moved down here. So before I moved anything into the room, I ripped all the carpet up.
Because I cursed.
We're not on that radio network yet.
I'm prepping myself. Oh my God.
They don't get better with age, do they?
This is like Pavlovian.
You only have three. You have 3.5 hours of eating left. Don't waste them on bacon beans.
Don't taint your taste buds now.
Well, wait a second. Actually, they're better with age.
Do they age well? Okay.
Well, better meaning the taste, the smoke taste does not linger.
Oh, okay.
As much.
But
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Continue.
So anyway, yeah. So that old carpet came out. This carpet came in, but I did not want to have to replace this carpet because there's so much crap in this room right now. It was bad enough having to move the treadmill out of the way so that I could put fans on the floor and get everything swept up. But the damage from the water is actually out in the main living room. And Colin, I'll show this to you before you leave, and I'll take a picture for the website. We have 3 Christmas trees in the house, or had 3 Christmas trees in the house. All right. 2 fake ones and a real one. Fake one downstairs. All the Christmas trees had tree skirts. All right. Well, the red velvet bottom felt bottom of the tree skirt got wet, and I didn't think much of it and didn't pick it up till the next day. I now have a pink circle on my white vinyl floor with some nice little white lines in it. It is an interesting pattern.
Have you tried anything yet?
No, I'm almost tempted to keep it. Because I'm like, I know where the tree goes every year. We've been saying we need to actually, take off the wax and put new wax on everything anyway, and I think that would take care of it if we.
Oh yeah, so. if it has any wax left, that might.
Yeah, so, but that was the biggest fallout was actually that. The hardest thing about the whole project was finding a sump pump.
Yeah.
In the middle of a flood, that's the one thing that is difficult to find.
Yeah, I had a lot of people at work talking about that and brands and what not to buy. And
yeah, you know what not to buy? Something that doesn't exist. You know what to buy? To buy anything you can find.
Yes.
I didn't know what I needed. I just know I needed something.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, oh, you know what? They come in 1/3 horse or 1/2 horse. I'll take a 1/2 if anyone has one. So after calling all the Lowe's in town and all the Menards in town, I found one Menards, which had just got a pallet in that afternoon and hadn't unloaded it yet. So I said, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So that's what I did. Then it took me 2 more trips to Lowe's to get the proper plumbing ends to put everything together.
Oh.
And it was a beat the clock moment because my old pump, if I did the switch manually, it would work.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, I got everything. I got the sump reservoir emptied out. And then I was like, all right, I got the new pump. All right, I'm going to try and take the old pump out, get the outlet valve off of it, put it on the new pump, and then put the new pump in before the reservoir fills back up again with water. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But damn it, it won't come off the old pump. It was like, I can't get this done. And so then I had to put it back in the hole, hook it all back up real quick, before it overflowed the reservoir. You run it out and go, damn it, what can I change this time to try and make this faster? It was like trying to do a NASCAR pit stop.
I would have lost my fucking mind.
And so finally I decided, screw this. I'm just going to do a whole new assembly. So I went to Lowe's one last time, said, all right, I need a new outlet coupler. I need a new length of pipe. I'm going to go ahead and measure this thing so that it's just pull one out, put the other one in, don't mess around, tighten it down, and be done. And so that's what I ended up doing.
So what brand was the sump pump?
Available. That's what brand it was. I have no idea.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I couldn't tell you what brand it was.
You probably want to find out what brand it is so do you need to replace it in 3 years or do you need to not replace it?
It comes with a 5-year warranty, so I don't know. I know I can hear it, so it's not Quiet brand. That's for sure. My old one was pretty quiet. This one, pretty loud.
Well,
so at least I'll know when it's not working.
That's true. That's the benefit.
My sister was in Chicago last week, and so she had me going to her house every day just to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
And when their house was put together, it was installed with a incredibly overpowered sump pump.
Probably a half horse because they come in like third and half, and like I said,
so you go in, so you stand in the basement, just make sure everything's working, and you can hear the water going into the sump.
Yeah.
Trickle, trickle, trickle. Then you hear.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Empties out in like a half a second.
To tell you how, now it didn't stop, unfortunately, at fixing the pump. All right, because once you fix the pump, great. Why is it filling back up so damn fast? All right, so I go outside and I notice that the new pump must be stronger than the old one because it has blown off my extension tube because the sump pump comes out from the house about 6 inches, and then I had an extension tube hose clamped to that to bring it out into the yard about 25 feet. So that it wasn't just recycling through the system, right?
Right.
The pressure blew it off. And so it's coming out of the 6-inch pipe at ridiculous pressure. I'm standing in 6 inches of water with essentially flip-flops on, in the dark, cold, trying to jam this flex hose back onto it and tighten down the hose clamp while it's still squirting water out. It just reminded me of that scene in Down Periscope where they're trying to plug the leak on the mains.
Dress rehearsal for hell, boys!
Exactly. That's what I felt like. But yeah, that was... And my wife's standing at the door going, how can I help? What do you need me to do?
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, go inside. That's what you can do.
So my story, notice I moved closer to the mic to tell this story.
Yeah.
My story was right before Christmas Eve, or right after Christmas, our kitchen faucet developed a leak from the top, like where the handle is. So like the cartridge inside. And it's a relatively cheap faucet. I replaced it like 5 or 6 years ago. So I knew eventually I was going to have to replace it. Didn't think I was going to have to replace it this soon. Well, the last time I replaced this faucet, I cursed a lot and was sore for 4 days afterwards because kitchen cabinet where the sink is has a bar in the middle between the two doors.
Yep.
That does not come out. And I am not a small person.
Smaller than me, but still not small.
I had to lay sideways and reach up while holding myself up this way to get back there to unscrew everything.
Mm-hmm.
I start cursing because this faucet is so cheap. You know the nuts that screw on to either the bottom of the handles or the bottom of the faucet, depending on whether it's one hole or three holes, to hold it to the sink?
Yeah.
You know how they're like plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this one was brass.
Oh, did you cut up your hand?
I didn't cut up my hand. I had to go. The threads, apparently this has been leaking longer than I thought because the threads were all covered with corrosion.
Oh, no.
I had to finally work with my drill and drill the thing so I could crack it to get it off.
Oh, Jesus.
3.5 hours later, I finally get... Now, when we went there, I know I have a 4-hole sink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hot, spout, cold, and the accessory hole that once housed the soap dispenser.
Right.
Because we had the pull-out faucet. Kim and I discussed it, and instead of the soap dispenser, we got the sprayer, two handles. And so, talking to the guy, I said, "Can I attach the lines and then drop it in? This way, I don't have to reach up behind it, pull the thing off the wall." Looks at it, said, "Yeah, no problem." So I get the old faucet out, I put the new one in, I'm screwing the lines on. I go to take the nuts. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right here. Go to put the nut on, take it off, unscrew the supply lines. I look at Kim, I go, he lied. The nut doesn't go over the nut on the supply line.
Yeah.
So I still had to go reach. 3.5 hours. And I was angry.
I
was angry.
I hate plumbing work. It's just horrible.
Now,
they need to come up with a better way.
Once I got the old one off, it really wasn't that bad. But at that point, I was just sore. On the inside and the outside, I was sore. Bruised all here from the bar that comes between. Bruises on my back from leaning against. Shoulder, I couldn't lift all the way up because the muscles were just like cramped beyond belief. This arm, I couldn't straighten my arm because my bicep from holding myself up while reaching under to... We turn everything back on. I'm like, thank God. Now, and I also, because it's the old multi-turn shut-off valves, so I bought new ones. They weren't the right kind.
Mm.
So I wound up having to I was like, shut them off the best I could. Shut her off at the main.
Yeah.
So we had no water for 3.5 hours in the house. I'm going around announcing to everyone.
Let it mellow. Let it mellow.
Everybody. Nobody pee. Because the dogs flush the toilet. Nobody pee.
Oh.
So then I came downstairs and I realized I got something in the mail here.
Oh, the morning mashup from XM Hits 1.
Because I was the Facebook fan of the day, best friends forever. So this is what I got. I got my Sirius XM hat. I got my Sirius XM sticker that I can give to somebody and they can get a free 30-day online trial to listen on the app and streaming. I got a lanyard holder because I get lanyards all the time. This is probably the coolest part of it. A little guitar-shaped bottle opener. Now for the dumbest part of it. Okay. You see that, right?
Hits 1 sticker.
No, it's not even a sticker.
Is it a static?
It's a temporary tattoo.
Oh, good Lord.
And then I got this here, which is an autographed picture of the morning mashup crew.
Oh, wait a second. What about the fourth guy? He didn't get to sign it.
That's exactly my point. So I said, wait a second now.
You get 3/4 of the morning mashup.
And actually, no, I don't. Because it turns out that Rich is no longer on the morning mashup.
They gave you an old press photo.
So it's an old press photo that they were clearing out that everybody else signed. And true story, Ryan, this guy on the end here, was actually sitting in the same row as me when I went down to Richmond for a NASCAR race a couple years ago. And I didn't realize until after. I'm like, I know that guy. How do I know him? And then the following Monday, he was talking about the race. I was like, wait a minute. And so I tweeted him. I said, were you sitting? This is where I was sitting. Was that you? And he's like, that's exactly where I was sitting. I'm like, son of a bitch. So, yeah, this is – I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff.
I think the hat's the coolest thing, to tell you the truth.
No, I think the bottle opener is the coolest thing because it's the shape of a little guitar, which, you know, you don't really see that as much. And I'm always looking for a bottle opener.
I like hats, though. I'm a big hat guy.
I have so many hats. I don't even know what to do. This hat, honestly, may or may not be part of Captain Kraken's prize pack. I don't know. Might be. You're not getting my bottle opener, though. Something from this bag is going to be part of the Boxo randomness.
I vote temporary tattoo.
So
just because.
So one thing. So
yeah,
we were
talking about gifts.
Back.
Yeah.
This is kind of a gift kind of thing. You already saw my main gift, which is the internet. That one made me very happy. But one thing I discussed a long time ago was the whole Disney, Target, eBay gift card thing I was doing. Your scam. Yeah. Yes. Well,
your Ponzi scheme.
I've now hit the $5,000 limit on eBay gift cards for every 180 days.
Okay.
So for this year's Disney gift buying season, I am now done.
Okay.
And I can tell you that when all is said and done, I saved 45%.
Now, do you need me to buy you eBay gift certificates and Target things so that you can save even more? You could farm out the work.
We'll talk about that for later. I have enough Disney for this year at this point.
If you farm it out to enough people, you could conceivably go for nothing.
Apparently, you can have two eBay account, two PayPal accounts. One personal, one business.
Yeah, there you go.
You have to have two separate checking accounts to attach them to.
Easy enough.
Which is easy enough. But like I said, I think I have enough. But
if
highly
all of us
effective.
involved.
You and your Disney pyramid scheme.
Listen, Colin, if you get all of us involved, you could possibly buy Disney.
That's right. You could buy Star Wars away from Disney.
You show up with a tractor trailer. Like, can I help you? Like, I have all of these Disney gift cards. I'm buying you. And they'll be like, what do you mean? Open it up. And it's just literally a tractor trailer stacked wall to ceiling to floor, end to end gift cards.
Now, what I don't know is where did the money come from? I mean, I've gone through the cycle, right?
Yeah.
I'm saving this money, but the money has to come from somebody. I just don't know who.
I'm betting it came from you.
No. I buy the cards from Target at 5% off.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that they're not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they're not losing money on me.
No.
And then I use those to buy things from eBay. And I'm sure whoever I'm buying from on eBay isn't losing money because they're selling it to everybody else too.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're asking, okay, if I saved 45%, whose pocket did that come out of?
Yeah, that's exactly. I have no idea. I just know it wasn't mine.
Yes, exactly.
That's all that matters, really. You're sticking it to the man, finally.
Because so I save 5%. So every cycle through, I save 5% from Target, and then I got money from eBay and eBay bucks.
Yep.
And then I got money from Ebates for buying things from eBay and for buying things from Target.
So
I think it's coming out of their marketing budgets as far as that's all I can figure out.
Well, the reality at this point, Colin, is somebody's going to balance the books in the next month or two. They're going to close the books before April 15th.
And Jar Jar Binks is going to pull up in a Lincoln and say, "You're going to."
But somebody's going to look, and somehow they're going to track it back and then be like, "Listen, we could save $1 million if we just comp this bastard 2 weeks."
So much in transaction fees.
I definitely
transaction fees, the cost to print everything. No, we're losing money here.
Listen, he's a Disney high roller. Let's just go ahead and comp everything.
That's right. There's nothing on the Disney side of things that's weird at all. All I did was buy Disney gift cards from Target, and then I used those to pay Disney.
Okay,
the
so
weirdness is from Target and eBay.
So Target,
because I was buying eBay gift cards from Target and using those to buy Target gift cards.
Now we're
from
using
eBay.
Discover Card to buy Target at Target so that you got reward zone points.
I started off by using my my credit card, which is not Discover, because I like getting Southwest points.
Okay.
Different
so that
thing.
you can earn things on your flight, so that you can get your flight for free.
I'll go to that in a second. But so I used that. I went to some of those places that people can sell their Target gift cards at.
Yeah.
So there you get 6-10% off.
Yeah.
And then I used those to buy the eBay gift cards from Target.
Okay.
At 5% off.
Right.
And then I use those.
See, because it's odd, because most stores won't let you buy other gift cards with gift cards.
Target will, but
I
you
know.
only get the 5% off if it isn't a Target gift card.
Oh, okay.
So you can't buy a Target gift card at 5% off.
Right.
But you could buy a eBay or Disney card at 5% off, or Southwest or whoever else they sell. Because they're basically, since it's using their card, they're saving the exchange fees because they're not having to pay Visa or anybody.
Right.
So they're giving you a discount on that, basically.
Okay.
Why they don't give you the discount for cash? I don't know. Anyway. So then I went to eBay, and then eBay gives you eBay bucks.
Right.
And Ebates gives you 1%.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the actual gift cards, but they have to pay shipping, but the eBay bucks cover the shipping, basically. And then I just kept doing this. So every time I was saving 5% from Target, another percent there, another percent there.
One of these days, you're going to have a suit made with question marks all over it. And you're going to go, I can save you money.
You know what I can do? I could make a suit out of Target gift cards. Because every time I bought Target gift cards from eBay, I had to wait for them to come to me through UPS. So I have a lot of Target gift cards.
My head is starting to hurt. All right, so you got your best gift there.
Yes, I got the internet.
What was your letdown?
Did you have a letdown?
I didn't really have a letdown. Everybody found something to buy me, which is always a surprise.
Okay.
Mike, did you have a letdown this year?
Oh, did I? My mother. It's bad enough that she bought me a cable knit sweater. And by cable knit, I mean like the old school sailor, Old Spice commercial sweater. But it's not even that ivory color that you most associate with these cable knit sailor looking sweaters. It's navy blue. And to add insult to injury, it's a large. I wear extra large. I can get away with a large in some clothes,
but not
sweaters.
Not a sweater, which is supposed to be a little bit loose.
Yes.
You know.
So that was perhaps the biggest letdown. As far as the best gift, Kim got me the LED taillights for my truck that had been on my Amazon wish list for a year and a half.
Well, there you go.
So it was actually, it's funny because one of the other gifts she got me here, I'll show you. I didn't even take it out of the plastic yet, but one of the other things she got me was this, which, you know, you can kind of tell what it is.
Oh, it's a GoPro head mount.
Yes. Yeah. But because one of the other things on my list was actually a faux pro.
Uh-huh.
You know, but that apparently was going to take 4 to 6 weeks to be delivered. So I am a little confused as to how this still got ordered, even though I can use this with my Swan, with
yeah,
my Freestyle. So
yeah, so my I have to say it's kind of a split between my wife and my dad for best gift, because my wife got me some tools that I wanted, a couple of strap wrenches and a couple of crescent wrenches and a basketball hoop, which Colin, you'll see right there. You know,
oh, yeah.
It's an over-the-door
That's
miniature
very nice
basketball hoop.
That's metal. With
Yeah.
a spring.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Is that actual glass?
No, it's plexiglass.
Oh.
And then my dad got me this crazy light. Now, this thing is...
Don't do it.
So, this thing has 5 different settings for its intensity. Okay? And it uses a battery that's not too much bigger than a AA. All right? This is the rechargeable battery for it. He got me that too. Yeah. On high, this flashlight puts out 960 lumens.
That's like a headlight.
Yeah. And the battery only lasts an hour and 10 minutes.
This is quite a battery. It's actually 3.6 volt, 3400 milliamp.
Yeah. This thing is ridiculous. On high, it gets too hot to hold.
I was going to say, is that one of those lights that if like you stood it up and put it on high, you could actually like put like a can on top and heat your beans with it?
I wouldn't doubt it. The LED in this thing, look at the LED in that. That is huge from an LED perspective. And but it is an awesome flashlight. I really like it. I've used it a lot already. You know, dealing with the sump pump and stuff. But you know, it has got a ridiculous, if you hit the little gray button, you can cycle through the strings.
Wow.
Yeah. It gets sun bright.
Well, it's really good. If you break a finger, you can use this to look at the bone.
Yeah.
Ooh, that does get hot.
Yeah, it does get warm really quick, doesn't it?
Use that to cook our
MREs. Yeah. Now, a worse gift. Now, you would think a person that I went all through high school with, been best friends for a while with, maybe was on the same radio show with for a number of years, would know what to get me. All right. Turns out his wife did a pretty good job. I got a Scooby, you know, the mystery machine from her. From him, I got something which I don't really have a use for. And this is kind of the second year in a row I've gotten something I don't have a terrible use for. I'm sure he had all the best intentions. But last year, I got 2 ribbons of LED wire or LED strip, you know. Mm-hmm. This year, I got an Arduino kit. A little programmable chip thing. And it's a decent little kit, I guess, if I had voiced any interest at all in doing that.
You couldn't program that to be your delay?
No.
Oh.
No, a Pi probably would have been capable of doing it. In fact, several people have asked about that if it's possible.
Yeah.
So,
I have several Arduinos that I thought were really cool, and I haven't got around to actually doing anything with them.
Yeah,
I have a Makey and the new Makey keychain thing.
Yeah, I just don't. From what I could tell, the only cool project I could find for it was to be the brains of a laser engraver / cutter. Now, the cutter could only cut through like felt. The engraver could only engrave like balsa wood or cardboard. All right. And to make the project, other than the Arduino, you still need like $400 worth of stuff.
Well, you could take the Arduino and attach it to your sump pump. Warning next time it fails.
If I wanted to buy the relay that went with it, which is like another $80. So basically, I got something which, to make it useful, I have to spend more money.
If you still had do you still have the Civic?
No.
If you still had the Civic, you could have wired that in, and it would have doubled your horsepower.
So that's the thing that, and
oh wait, maybe you could take the Arduino with the LED strips. You can make your car look like Knight Rider.
Except for the LED strips aren't individually programmable. They're all or nothing. Because for that you need pixel tape, which is more expensive.
Okay, I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I've researched this. I don't see much I can do with this. So,
Yeah, I think from a nerd perspective, this is like saying, "Merry Christmas! I have given you some wood, and make something out of it."
Yeah, there's a wood and some knife. Have fun. Or no, here's a wood. You buy your knife.
Yeah, no nails, no plan for making something with the wood. The wood randomly.
Like I said, I'm sure he had a great intention, but I got him something which was on his Amazon wish list. Something I knew he wanted.
Now, see, here's the other thing. Kim bought me those taillights, but didn't buy them through the wish list. So if I happened to go there, I wouldn't see that she bought them, which is kind of dangerous with bigger stuff. But
yeah,
the fact that this has been on my wish list for like a year and a half and nobody, not even a nibble on it, which is fine.
That'd be a good feature for the Amazon wish list. Like at some point before Christmas, it becomes opaque for yourself. So you no longer know what has been taken off the list.
Yeah.
See, now the stuff people bought me, I don't know whether they didn't buy it through the wish list or what, but it didn't come off. I had to manually go and take it off. So, I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, so, yeah. That was my Christmas. And then, so we managed to get through Christmas without any major kerfuffle, really, without anyone being a pain in the butt. But the day after Christmas, the leftovers day, that, of course, created a giant family disaster, family drama time. And, yeah, it's just, and it was all based around the question of who's coming to my brother-in-law's house for New Year's Eve. And a lot of people said, no, we're not coming because they had other plans. Or in my case, I was babysitting. Sorry, I don't take a 2-year-old to a New Year's Eve party. Just doesn't happen. I stay at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that just created a bunch of drama like that. But
kerfuffle. That's
yes.
gonna be my new word.
Yes.
Kerfuffle. It's fun to say. Kerfuffle.
Yes, it is. Oh, all right. Mike, any small things to say before we end the show? If not, I have something still.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So we have watched we've watched Jimmy Kimmel's celebrities read mean tweets, right? On the show several times.
Mm-hmm.
We've, and we think they're entertaining. Well, I found a new reads mean tweets that I think we need to listen to. At least a portion of it.
It's porn stars, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Have you heard this before?
Yes. I can't believe this. Are you like, I stumbled on this last week on YouTube, and they're not actually reading tweets. They're reading comments on porn clips.
Yeah, on from Pornhub. And that's because if they read mean tweets, then they would get into trouble because, So, yes, this is porn stars read mean comments on Pornhub.
You know what the sad part is? When I saw this, the first thing I said was, I'm surprised Shaggy hasn't brought this up yet.
This is pretty good. And they censored it, which was great.
I hate Johnny Sins' bald head, but he always rails the most attractive girls. Decisions. Decisions about what? Whether you want to watch attractive girls get railed?
Nasty nipples. Please, no more scenes with her.
Did something already tell her that her tattoo has got a spelling mistake?
Razzes, you spent $1 million on his should have paid $1 million for him to shut up.
This has a stupid vibe to her look. Please shave your again. Could be so hot, but the hairs are a total turn off.
Please shave your.
So it goes on like that for a while. I mean, they're pretty bad, but they are kind of funny.
And the sad part is that's some of the best acting that these porn stars have done.
Oh yeah, here's a good one.
UK's most annoying export.
Did someone ever wanted to use her ass as a pillow? Well, yeah, everybody does.
English motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Good to see her skin doesn't look like leather anymore.
So, yeah, there's three of those, Mike.
I sat through one and it was just like, no, I'm not. You know what? I'm going to jump back over to Netflix and continue binging on Last Man Standing instead.
Yeah. No, I watched all three.
By the way, it took me about 6 episodes into the second season to realize that they replaced the oldest daughter between seasons 1 and 2 on Last Man Standing.
I don't know. I haven't seen the show, so.
Well, I stopped binge watching last week because I realized I'm going to need something to watch while I'm recovering.
Yeah, you gotta pace that,
So
I kind of been thinking about that because I've been thinking, you know what, it's going to get cold again. I'm probably going to get another, sore throat or something that I need to take care of. So I should leave some shows for that sick time off. So I went through Netflix and added a bunch of things that I know my wife has absolutely no interest in watching. Documentaries about particle physics and things like that. Things that she would just say, why are you watching this?
Why aren't you watching this?
Yeah, In fact, last night I watched a documentary on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Which one?
Chaos on the Bridge.
Ah, yes.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
That independent. Did you see that independent Star Trek thing?
Yeah, the one
they're getting sued.
Again?
They're getting sued by CBS now because the Kickstarter raised over $1 million.
Yeah,
but that's eyeballed for 2 different films. Because you're talking about
it starts with an A.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's damn it. Renegade. Star Trek Renegade?
No, that's not the one. Colin, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, just a second. I won't say it.
Because Star Trek Renegade was really good. I watched that one, and that was great.
Axanar.
Okay. That one, see, that one's different. But I thought that they were.
The problem with Axanar is that they got over $1 million on the Kickstarter. At that point, CBS was like, no.
Well, that wasn't, because I think the next one for Star Trek Renegades, which, Mike, if you haven't seen that, that would be a good one to watch.
Renegades is the one that actually has like Chekhov in it, right?
It's got Chekhov's. It's got the guy from Voyager, the black guy who played the Vulcan from Voyager. It's got it's got those. And so they're going for their episode 2 right now. And they just did the Kickstarter for that.
Yeah, see, they were doing stuff like
378,000.
Yeah.
100,000.
Yeah. Which I think was like below the level where CBS cared. They're like, okay, we can kind of ignore that. Once you start going over $1 million, you're talking actual, productions.
And the funny part is, a lot of people are saying that CBS is actually just threatened because this is going to be better than anything J.J. Abrams has done.
Well, J.J. Abrams is done, so it's whoever the new guy is. I think that's what they're more worried about now that they don't have J.J. Abrams anymore. But CBS doesn't care because CBS doesn't make the movies.
No.
But CBS is coming out with, what is it? CBS is coming out with a new Star Trek TV show, though.
Right, which is probably why they care now.
I read this. They're coming out with something to coincide with like the 60th anniversary, I think, of Star Trek.
Yeah, it's going to be an online-only show, just like what Netflix has been doing.
Yeah, it's only going to be on their CBS Watch app or whatever it is, which I think is silly.
No.
Because I don't know what their subscriber base can possibly be.
It's pretty big.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it bigger than Netflix or Amazon?
It's because it's the only place where you can watch NCIS. So it has a bunch of, yeah.
No, you're not. You can watch that on Netflix.
New current episodes.
Okay.
I have no idea if that's correct or not. I'm just saying it's NCIS.
Well, I know you can watch Big Bang Theory on it.
Yeah.
And there's still no release date for this Galaxy Quest TV show that's going to be on Amazon, which I am seriously looking forward to.
Yeah, it will be interesting. All right, with all that said, folks, you've been listening to PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb, which we have in the studio this evening. So thanks for listening. If you want to check out the show, RSS feeds, get in touch with us on Facebook or Twitter. As always, check out ptrradio.com. Don't forget, you can also call us up, leave a message, 877-787-8822. Let us know what you thought of the episode, things you'd like us to talk about, anything along those lines. Look for us coming soon on the Amazon Play or on the Google Play Store. We'll let you know when that comes out. We thank everybody that participated in the Celebrity Death Pool for 2015 and everybody that put their entries in for the 2016 pool. We look forward to that kicking off and playing. Don't forget to show your friends that you've entered. Take them to the website and show them your picks. It's fun to say, hey, listen, I'm on the web. Here I are. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. That's going to be the 18th. In fact, that's Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, it is.
I hopefully will be there for that show.
Yep. If not, we'll make do. But love to have everybody here if possible. As always, again, get in touch with us on the Facebook and the Twitter. I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the Ape Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks, because we are done. Later.